I think everyone is familiar with the phrase, change is the only constant. But especially in Singapore, I feel like this phrase is all the more salient and real for us. Our country is constantly going through a process of change and development. New MRT lines are being constructed all across the island, new HDBs are being built, and new malls appear with those new neighbourhoods. But in that process of making something new, something old has to go. I spent a couple of years growing up in Jurong, near Lakeside MRT. My family was in the process of moving, and we were staying with my grandparents in the meantime, at 9F Yuan Chun Road, also known as Lakeside Apartments. Even after we moved, we would always visit that place because my grandparents lived there, obviously. Chinese New Year was the main event, but we would also get together at the end of the year, and at least once or twice a month just for dinner. I have a lot of memories of that place, and I always think of it fondly. Recently, however, the whole plot of land was bought over, and my grandparents were forced to find new places to live. Lakeside Apartments was demolished, and the land is now being redeveloped into Lake Garden residences. Suddenly, the place that I spent so much time with my family in was gone, just another victim of the unrelenting development and redevelopment cycle in Singapore. And that's not the only place. Marine Parade's Community Centre, which also housed the Marine Parade Public Library, was demolished in 2023 for redevelopment. As a big nerd and reader of books growing up, I spent many hours there looking for books and enjoying the library atmosphere. The fact that it got demolished for maintenance issues and planned connection to the new MRT really upset me. Because there is no new connection to the MRT. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way about Marine Parade Public Library or even any other building that got sold and demolished for redevelopment. Some of these examples are like Peace Centre and Golden Mile Complex. These are some of the more well-known examples of significant buildings in Singapore that have been shuttered for redevelopment. Peace Centre went out with a bang. Although slated for demolition in August 2023, Playpen got permission to keep it up as a community business and arts hub for 6 months, culminating in a crazy weekend party at the end of January to say goodbye to the place. The building is now demolished and the site is currently being redeveloped. Golden Mile Complex was sold in 2022 with redevelopment work beginning this year. Though it isn't being demolished, it's getting sensitively restored, with the defining features of the building being preserved as it gets reworked into a new retail and office space. That said, its closure in May 2023 displaced its Thai community, forcing them to give up their long-held places in Golden Mile. This video initially started as a fun day idea with my girlfriend, but it really got me thinking about the many places and buildings in Singapore with like cultural and historical significance, and like how so many of them can be easily torn down in the name of advancing towards the future. Change may be inevitable, but something should stay the same, I think. I think it's especially important that in a country as rapidly developing as Singapore, we should come to a point where we stop and say, this should stay. This shouldn't change. People have grown up here, they've made precious memories here, and it seems a little cold and careless to take down these buildings that mean things to us. They're just places, but places are a big part of our lives, I think. They hold significance as the backdrops to our precious memories. I'm not saying we should preserve everything, but there's definitely stuff that didn't have to go. What they're doing with Golden Mile is great, and should be done more. If you're interested to find out more about the state of building preservation in Singapore, or if you want to find out more about similarly threatened buildings, Docomomo Singapore is a local non-profit organisation that advocates for the conservation and social-cultural redevelopment of our local modern buildings. You can read out about some of these buildings on their website, where they talk about their history and cultural significance. They are a pretty cool organisation and really worth checking out if you're interested to learn more about this area. Anyways, thanks for watching and listening to me talk. Before you go, here's some footage of buildings that I think are nice and should stick around for like a couple more decades.